I was debating whether I even wanted to do a video on this, but fuck it, I needed a good laugh, and also I was thinking on this while playing a game, but yeah, welcome back, Commander and Cheeto, God Emperor, walking spray tan commercial. Good for you, Donald J. Trump, and I'm taking very much enjoyment in seeing these dipshits who are mentally and morally crippled, apparently, lose their shit. Also, to the celebrities who are losing your shit, like John Legend, most likely, and Mark Hamill, fuck you. You got what you deserved. That actually, no. Let me rephrase that. The fuck you goes double for Mark Hamill and Stephen King. Fuck you and the high horse you rode in on. You got exactly what you fucking deserved. Seriously, after what 8 years now and longer of watching these dipshits spurg out the second they don't get their way, I feel no sympathy for them. Like, seriously, you spent how long demonizing people that vaguely had a different opinion? Like, seriously, you fuckers acted like the Spanish Marxists who caused the war that led to the rise of Franco. The difference is they killed people. You weren't able to kill people. I'm pretty sure if you could have killed people that you vaguely thought were on the other side, you would have done it because of how you spurg out so unhealthily. Which, admittedly, is ironic coming from me concerned. I'm pretty sure I've spurged out more than a few times in these videos, but yeah, fuck it. Also, I must confess, though, this is what astounds me. They fucked up so bad. They were such insufferable cunts and so crooked that not only did Kerry say the quiet part out loud that once they had control they could fuck with the First or Second Amendment. I tend to confuse the two, admittedly, but they were such fuck-ups that not only did they do that, but they got the fucking Amish, to come out and vote. That's almost impressive. Like, this is probably doesn't need to be said, but seriously, the Amish are like we love to say someone is based now if we like what they're saying. The Amish are that, but probably literal. Like, seriously, no one is more based than the Amish. They don't even use modern technology. I didn't think they left aside from when their kids do their little ceremony when they try to decide whether they want to stay with the Amish community or stay with the heathens outside. But yeah, no. Congratulations. I guess they thought to themselves, you know what? This Kamala Harris sounds like she'll put us through our own little Waco incident, so yeah, let's not. Which, yeah, I can see it. Because seriously, if you think that's insane, think of it this way. The Branch Davidians, they never hurt anyone. In fact, aside from the fact that they were being investigated for child abuse, if not for that, the ATF would have never fucking heard of them and caused that goat fuckery. The Amish people have been aware of them for decades, generations, since the day they first were noted as existing. And given how crooked and greedy the government is today, like even worse than the 90s, like I don't remember much about the 90s because admittedly I was still in the womb when that goat fuck happened, but it was pretty crooked. To the point that Janet Reno, that bitch, literally admitted that the real reason why she wanted the government to be involved was because it was costing taxpayer money. Which, remember, kids, if you ever think the government wouldn't do that to you for money, they would, to borrow from Wind Goon. So yeah, they probably saw this bitch and thought to themselves, like, yeah, I don't want to end up like the Branch Davidians. And honestly, I can see them doing that to them because, as we all know, society's gotten more secular, and as we all also know, the secular atheists, particularly the militant ones who love to shit on religious people, would have no problem doing that to the Amish because even if they weren't religious, that all you had to tell them is they are religious, and they would still fuck with the Amish. So, congratulations, leftists, you played yourself. And I should preface this though by saying, like, if you were like a normal Democrat or leftist, I don't hate you. For the record, if you let's say you're in a similar position to my grandmother was throughout her life. She was a Democrat till the day she died. She gave not the zero fucks about the modern left. She hated the fuck out of them, actually. She thought they were insane. So if you're one of those leftists, even if you did vote for Kamala Harris, I don't hate you. I do not hate you. I probably should have stressed this at the beginning, but yeah, no. If you are a modern leftist or a Democrat and you were just kind of like, you don't like the direction it's going, but you didn't really see much you could do about it, I don't blame you. So try not to take all this personally is all I ask. But they did all this. And also, for the past 8 years, not only have we watched these people spurg out and have temper tantrums when they don't get their way, so much so that they get shocked when consequences comes to bite them in the ass like an angry chihuahua when it comes calling. They are basically in the same... I hold them in a similar level of contempt I hold the moral and mental midget who harassed and stalked Blaine Pardoe. Because for 4 years and longer, since the days of that douchebag Barack Obama, most likely, Republicans and right-wingers, or anyone who's just vaguely right of Mao or Stalin, have to worry about some leftists coming after them because they've tried turning right-winger or Republican or conservative into a bad word. Like, they try to make you a heretic. They act like they're the Spanish fucking Inquisition, which, by the way, leftists, thank you for proving you don't know what the Spanish fucking Inquisition was like then, because they were tame compared to you. There was at least some reasonability. You don't even have that. You're just psychos. You're sociopaths. You're evil. Well, maybe not evil, just morally crippled and retarded, but morally crippled mostly. So yeah, I feel no sympathy for those leftists who, they spent all this time doing that, and they also got butthurt after Trump was nearly shot, and a number of them were being held to task when they were saying how they were sad that the shooter missed. Yeah, no, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck Tenacious D. Fuck Jack Black. They both got what they deserved. Just like, and I'm not saying that I hope the leftists are put in camps. Actually, I'm really hoping that doesn't happen because, well, I don't like to be a hypocrite. But yeah, also that could then set the precedent of, okay, if they do that to leftists who are vocal, what do you think they're going to do to anyone they vaguely suspect of being a leftist? Like, the pendulum is swinging, and I'm not looking forward to when the right wing goes nuts again. Like, I wasn't even alive in the 80s, and I wasn't conscious in the 90s, but I know well enough of what they were like back then. They were insufferable, and that form of right-wingism and Christianity has not gone away. It is still present, so don't delude yourself. Those douchebags still exist, always looking to start a moral panic. But I am hoping, though, after this, I was talking to my dad about this yesterday when I was on the phone with him. He was talking about how he thinks he's, like, Trump promised to basically fuck with the FBI after he gets, I'm like, I mean, I'm hoping he will. I don't know if he'll actually do it or not, but I am, like, fingers crossed, because there are two agencies I would not lose any sleep over being scrapped for parts. One of them is the ATF. The other is J. Edna's Ferry Brigade. Because both of those fuckers are not trustworthy. I would sooner trust John Wayne Gacy with a room full of choir boys and a bottle of Viagra before I trust those fuckers not to fuck me over. And yes, I'm aware how dark that sounds, but fuck it. And also, I'm still from Ridgefist, yeah. So I'm hoping they get, because the FBI have long outstayed their welcome. And FBI, if you happen to be listening to this, eat shit. You're a crooked organization founded by a douchebag who was scum of the earth as far as I'm concerned, whether or not he was a cross-dresser. He was a douchebag. He was a prick. Also, when 3 kids went missing after a fire, he literally told the family who was asking anyone for help to get stuffed. So yeah, fuck you. And to anyone who's saying, like, well, no, and if you're going to be like my dad and say, well, not all FBI agents are like, I know that. Here's the thing, though. Even if it's a case of they were just following orders, that cliche, or it was their job or someone's freedom, then yeah, no, fuck you, all the same, because those FBI agents basically decided that fucking over their fellow American was more worth doing than risking their job. Because, and I get it, not everyone would want to put their neck on the line like that, but at the same time, you were fine with screwing over your fellow American. That's like when 2 American war heroes, MacArthur and I think Eisenhower, fucked over the bonus army. You know, fuck them, and fuck those the FBI agents who decide to do the same thing. Because those were your fellow fucking Americans you did this to. So yeah, I feel no sympathy for the FBI. Hell, not only do I think they should be gutted and scrapped for parts, figuratively, not literally. Honestly, I think all FBI agents and ATF agents should be blacklisted from ever being allowed in law enforcement again. After all they've done, I do not trust them. I will never trust them again. And that's not even taking into account all the fuck-uppery they did when my dad interacted with them, when he was a cop. Like, yeah, no, fuck the FBI, fuck the ATF. Oh, and NSA, fuck you too. You Clement the 12 knockoff jagoffs. So yeah, no, you got what you deserve, modern Democrats. Like, all you had to do was give us a better option. Well, not even me, but all you had to do was give the public a better fucking option than Donald Trump. You couldn't even give us that. You had Tulsi Gabbard at least. You had her. You had RFK, and I don't even like the fucking Kennedys. Whether it's America or the land down under, I tend to not like Kennedys. They annoy the fuck out of me. But all you had to do was, like, one of them would be viable, at least. Someone who could reach to the other side and be reasonable. But no, you gave us either batshit insanity or diversity hire. Twice. So, yeah, no, fuck it. Fuck it. I wish you the worst, and Honestly, this also has me hopeful that the Democratic Party is about to go the way of the Whig Party. The difference here is I'm hoping the Democrats don't infect the other political parties like the Whigs did, because that's how we ended up with the Civil War. And yes, I'm not bullshitting you if you're one of those moral fags who's going to say, well, no, it was over slavery, fuck off. The Whig Party basically destroyed itself and imploded. Lincoln was one of them. He left for the Republican Party at a recommendation. So yeah, no, fuck that. So yeah, I am looking forward to the Democratic Party imploding completely and being gone, although whether that'll actually happen or not is up for debate. But yeah, no, the Democratic Party now is a joke. It is it's basically like that one Vader line, you are a shadow of your former self. Like, the Democratic Party used to at least stand for something, and I don't think I've ever liked those fuckers. I've always been right-wing, more or less, since high school, depending on who you asked. But I was at least open to listening to them sometimes. Yeah, they are not that same party anymore. They probably never were that, it's just they became more statist as time went on. But yeah, and this kind of devolved. I have no idea how I got to this point. I swear to God, I rant like there's no tomorrow. Anyway, you got what you deserved, much like with Roe versus Wade and all the other shit. And also, to the leftists who are saying, like, well, thanks for showing you have no principles. You vote for a convicted felon. You go to bat for convicted felons on the regular. Fuck you. You started a fucking riot, destroyed buildings, and killed a few people over George fucking Floyd, a man who died of a fentanyl overdose. Fuck you. Oh, and you also sent the cop who unfortunately emulated Colin Kaepernick on his neck to jail, even though it turned out he wasn't the one that caused his death. You also were going around trying to blame it on white people. Well, it turns out black people must have voted for him too. And to anyone who's saying, well, I guess the blacks are... Thank you for proving how racist you are. Fuck you. You got what you deserved. You alienated more and more people as time has gone on, and you pushed your luck beyond its ability to sustain itself any further. So you got what you deserved. I am enjoying watching you spurg out. And, oh yeah, also, the fact that you went out of your way to then tell women they are basically like the wrong kind of white, well, and that's not actually what they've been saying, but that's a joke about Italians in the 20s. They would say you're the wrong kind of white. Yeah, they've been saying that to my mom and other women, like, you're the wrong kind of woman. You don't care about women's... Like, no, she does. At least the Trump side of the argument wasn't saying trannies should be allowed into girls' fucking bathrooms. The boy ones, I might add. So yeah, no, fuck you, and the high horse you rode in on, blah, 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 blah. That is more or less my sentiment on this. Again, normal Democrats who were just like, you aren't harassing people, nothing personal. I know that may be hard to... I don't know if I stressed it enough, but yeah, you are not my enemy here. The crazies, on the other hand, are the wokies, the commies, the commie gobbledygookers. Fuck those people. I wish them the worst, and I hope... And honestly, if this comes back to bite everyone who engaged in woke crap and cancel culture crap, I'm fine with that. Same with the Me Too crowd. I'm fine with everything they've done coming back to bite them in the ass, because it stopped being about victims getting justice and just about destroying due process. Or subverting it. God, I hate that word. But yeah, that would also be a step in the right direction. Anyway, that's the video. Have a nice day. Yema Ohid and all that crap.